What is up, you guys? It is Maddie here, and today I'm bringing you another Fallout 4 video. This is the Fallout 4 Hub. When you want Fallout 4 information and videos, you come here, people. So, the nuclear winter countdown has finished, and with that is a new Morse code, a new text to decipher, and tons of questions left unanswered, but hopefully I will be able to answer them for you guys here today in this video. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. So at 3:45 Eastern Standard Time, the countdown for the nuclear winter finished, and with that a new text appeared, also with a new Morse code, but we'll get into the Morse code later. So let's decipher this text first. At first it looks like a lot of gibberish, but I apologize if you hear clicking in the background. I'm going through a bunch of pictures for you guys. So yeah, just in case you hear that and it distracts you, I do apologize. Anyways, the first text translates to: the Institute is sealed. They won't help us. I'm heading to Black Row now, -TBNLS 5120. So I will make the connection for you guys later on in this video, but for now, focus on the -TBNLS 5120. No one really knows what that is, so be sure to put your thoughts down in the comments. Let us know what you think this may be. A lot of people think it's a password, but like I said, I'll cover that later in the video, but right now that's what we have. So, on to the next thing. How was this text translated, you may ask, just so you guys have further proof and whatnot, so that you can believe me and trust me as a reliable source. So, actually, the first part of this text that we saw on the website wasn't actually a part of that phrase at all. In fact, it was a key to decipher it. So, as you can see, I quoted what part of it was actually the key. Now, each of those separate things stand for something. The KVNGR stands for Keyed Vingineer. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I did not say that correctly. But that is a type of Morse code that you use for translations. Next is Rev Alpha. Basically, this means reversed alphabet. And then the PPS VT stands for Password Vault Tech. Now, all this will add up when you see this picture now here on screen. As you can see, this is how you translated it. There is the message right there on the bottom. The reverse alphabet and stuff. If you go to this website and check it out, it will explain the reversed Vingineer for you guys, or the keyed Vingineer for you guys, and they can provide you with a better explanation than I could off the top of my head. But it's something with symbols and using a password to decode it. So yeah, there's that. So prior to this message, it mentioned a Black Row. So the only connection that me and a bunch of other people could really make here is because a lot of people are speculating this game will, if this is Fallout 4, will take place in Boston. And the only connection we can make between rows in Boston is Black Row and Merchants Row, which is in Boston, Massachusetts, and it's a short street extending from State Street to Faneuil Hall Square in the financial district. It's been there since the 17th century as a place of commercial activity. So this may be like a renamed area. Perhaps it was burnt down or something, scorched from the nuclear flames. Not too sure. This is all speculation right now. Black Row is probably just an in-game area. So moving on, let's connect the dots now. I mentioned this prior into the video. So the first text we got this a few days ago. I can't remember the date exactly, so it's just going to stay 12/1/13 on the top left. But the first text we got, one of the first texts we got, was a translation. It says, "My dear sister, I'm heading to the Institute. God knows what happened to this place. This old bastard will help us. He must help us. -0321-." So, with that being said, after that, we got a message just today that says, "The Institute is sealed. They won't help us. I'm heading to Black Row. TBLNS 5120. So, these are kind of like pre-stories and whatnot. What people are saying is that the text code that we're getting right now is post-war, after all this has happened, and the Morse codes that we're getting and we're listening to and people are deciphering for us is pre-war, when potentially Boston was getting bombed and whatnot. So my theory is that this is leading to a password of some form. So as you can see in the beginning of the numerical code at the end of the first message that it gave us, you see -031 or 0321 dash. And then I think that dash stands for a code that goes before it and a code that goes before after it. And as you can see, TBNLS 5120 might be the end of a code. There's no dashes before or after it. It might just be the end of it. I feel that 5120 is the end of the code. So I tried putting them together, and as you can see on this picture, I failed, unfortunately. It did not work. I didn't mess with the TBNLS. A lot of people are still theorizing on that and what it means, but no one really knows exactly what it stands for. But I feel that the numbers at the ends of these codes is ultimately going to add up to something that we're going to put together, and it's going to bring us to a trailer or a picture or something. So yeah, that's the big surprise about this right now, is that there was no art or anything. It was called an art countdown, but I feel like after some digging, I feel that we will find art. There will be some type of password translator, and we will find something in the next few days. But that's just speculation of mine. But anyways, let's move on to the Morse code. So there were 2 Morse codes. Now the first one I could not get the keys when they were translated down, so I do apologize. You'll have to take my word for it. But this is the first Morse code, and it translates over to calling all stations, calling all stations, calling all stations. This is Overseer of Vault 119, Emergency, Unknown Enemy, SOS, 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 Vault 119, Quaven 7667, Repeating Transmission, SOS, 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 Vault 119, Quaven 7667, Enemy Unknown, and then it cuts off. So that's the first one. So one key thing we have to point out here is that we have a confirmation of Vault 119, if this is all true. And this guy is calling out from Quaven. Now, like I said, this is, it's led to be believed that the Morse codes are pre-war stuff. So perhaps this is during the bombing of Boston, and this guy's calling all stations and trying to get some help. He's saying, unknown enemies, someone is breaching the vault. Which leads us, speaking of breaching, this leads us to our next code, which I actually got the legitimate Morse code for. So as you can see, that's it right there. You can see CQ, which stands for calling anyone or calling all stations, you know, just a brief calling symbol. So if you see that, whatever. But anyways, translate this, and it says calling any station, calling any station, calling any station. This is Vault Overseer 119. I think I'm supposed to say Vault 119 Overseer, but anyways, that doesn't matter. Anybody near Quaven, SOS, vault door breached. I repeat, SOS, vault door breached. Enemy unknown, levels 1, 2, and 3 gone. Survivors secure, or on secure, level 4. So that's translated there. That's a continuation from a prior Morse code. So I feel like right now, everyone's expecting this art. We're expecting some form of confirmation from Bethesda. But what I'm expecting right now, pardon me, is more story. This is all a big pre-story, a big backstory, and I feel at the end, if this is true, it's going to connect the dots. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to look back on it, and all the research we did is going to be for something. Do you think this is a hoax or not? Leave a comment. But I honestly don't think it is. I feel like this is all pre-story stuff. I feel like we will see some type of concept art or something at the VGX. If you did not see that video, be sure to click on the screen. I'll put a link on right now. But yeah, that's all we have for right now. December 1st. This is the winter has come, or nuclear winter has come, Morse code update, and it's very interesting if you ask me how everything's starting to piece together. But yeah, it's very, very exciting stuff. So as always, the first hour of this video is live. I will be chatting with you guys. I do apologize that this video came out a little bit late. No one's done one yet, but it was really hard to make a firmed up video, but I had to wait and make sure that nothing else came out, and fortunately I waited just long enough where nothing really is happening right now. The website's been up and down for a while, so there might be something new coming soon, but for now this is all we have. So be sure to leave your thoughts down below. Let's chat, let's talk, and other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.